Brothers, hopefully you're sitting down for this one, because it's looking like the Space Marine leaks and rumors that we talked about last week may actually be true. I thought they were all just made up by someone's dad who worked at bloody Games Workshop, but it appears now that Games Workshop may have semi-confirmed them. This is big, if true, because there's a lot of talk about toughness changes and strength changes to Space Marines. Let's jump in, let's look at it all, let's go through it all now with this official confirmation from Games Workshop. So let's jump over to this window. I'm going to explain to you what in the Emperor's name is going on with all the rumors, everything that's been happening now for the past couple of weeks. So a few weeks ago, this was posted. This appeared online called Marines Españoles. Sorry, I can't speak Spanish. I can barely speak English. Now, a lot of people thought this was fake because, of course, it appeared in Spanish and people were like, oh, it's just people doing AI images and stuff like that. It got translated by, AI translations, and it was talking about combat doctrines, which, again, a lot of people didn't think was real. They thought it was someone trolling. But now there is confirmation that this is actually a true image, because over on the Warhammer Academy website, this brand new website that they launched the other way, and by the way, there's so many bloody leaks that has happened on this website, new custodies, orc stuff and everything, and of course this Space Marine new rule, but this Space Marine rule now going forward, that's been confirmed, because this is literally saying combat doctrines is returning to Space Marines. Combat Doctrines is this thing that we had back in, was it 9th edition, if I'm not mistaken? Please correct me if I'm wrong. But this links to some of the new rumors that were posted last week, because from those rumors, it was stating that Combat Doctrines are going away before this was confirmed by Games Workshop themselves. Hopefully, you're keeping up, you're keeping track with all these bloody rumors and all this wild stuff that's happening. So Combat Doctrines are confirmed to be returning, and this is the link post. This is the big one that connects all that now. So again, this is posted from a Discord server. I'm not sure which Discord server it was, but this chap stated, some people I know that are either playtesters or know someone have given me the accurate info before, and they've been stating some big things. One of the big ones is Tacticus armor, Space Marine armor going to Toughness 5. Now, last week I was like, I'm not too sure how that will work. Would that break the game? But a lot of you in the comment section said, no, Valrak, I want that to happen. I want my Space Marines to feel like Space Marines. At the moment, I think they're very weak on the tabletop. They're just removed. I want them to feel strong and powerful. So, you know what? Okay, give it a go. Let's see how it happens. But if Tacticus does go to Toughness 5, does that mean that Terminator armor is going to go to Toughness, well, it's Toughness 6 at the moment. Does it stay at Toughness 6? Does that go to Toughness 7? If it does go to Toughness 7, does that mean Gravis goes to Toughness 8? Like, there's like a cascade avalanche effect here. Like, what is going to happen then to the thicker bits of the Space Marine armor? Do they stay the same, or did they get an extra toughness as well? What does that mean for the other side of the coin? If you look at armies like Death Guard, okay, they're made to take a beating. Does that mean they go to like Toughness 7, Toughness 8 because of Nurgle's protection? I have absolutely no idea. Again, as it states, Tacticus Toughness 5, Strength 5, and some units go to 3 wounds. So again, Strength 5 potentially on some of the weapons as well. That could be very deadly to, guard, sisters and stuff, etc., etc. We're talking about Space Marines that are probably going to be packing a hell of a punch if these rumors do turn out to be true. And again, going to 3 wounds on some of the units, I'm not sure what some of the units are at the moment. Terminators have 3 wounds, Gravis has 3 wounds, Blade Guard has 3 wounds. What, a Tacticus got to go 3 wounds? Highly doubt that, right? Like, what other units could go 3 wounds in the Space Marine armor? I'll leave that with you chaps. Another thing from this was that Phobos +2 to move. And again, the feedback, what I got from last week's video on this is that you chaps said this could be very, very broken, because in this new edition, it's all about movement. It's all about getting onto points, holding those points of footprints and stuff. That is how you get all the stuff now, the objectives that make you win the game. So potentially, if Phobos do get the +2 to move, I think that is going to be a massive, massive, massive thing for Space Marines. You're literally moving up the board and acquiring those objectives and anything you want fast, more faster than anyone else. It does kind of make sense, by the way. Bowlers, like I said, go to Strength 5, and the confirmation that OOM, which is O for the moment, is going away. Now, GTF, of course, is what we've just been talking about. It's all about the new combat doctrines, if I'm not mistaken. And again, it says at the bottom, all the non-Codex Marines are going to get separate army rules. Only core SM will have doctrines. So we're talking about White Scars, Imperial Fists, Ultramarines, if I'm not mistaken, Iron Hands, but Ultramarines may get their own codex at this point because I'm convinced they are because of the amount of bloody units they've got. But anyone, well, it says at the bottom, Blood Angels, Dark Angels, Black Templar, Space Wolves, they're going to get their own rules, as they've always got their own rules because they have their separate, of course, codexes when they come out. But last week, I was literally throwing this rumor, this post under the bus, because it sounds like, my dad works at Nintendo, but now there's more evidence to back this up, and I'm thinking, are my Space Marines going to go Toughness 5? Like, that sounds... I don't know, it sounds spicy to me. It sounds very, very bloody spicy. Again, I'd love to get your thoughts on this again. Now that it's sounding a bit more true, do you think this is going to imbalance the game? Do you think it's going to balance the game? Are you excited for this? Are you not excited for this? Let me know down below, and we'll have a nice little chinwag down there, as we always do. Thanks for coming. Thanks for watching. And by the way, if you go over to the Warhammer Academy website right now, there's a bunch of things on there. I was kind of slating it last week, but now that I've sat down and been on it, it actually is pretty bloody decent. I'll hold my hands up and say, I was wrong. It actually is a good website. It is all free, which of course is the main big thing out of it. But there's something in the back of my mind saying, Valrak, it's free for now. Maybe in the future, they'll start charging things. And also, what does this mean now for Warhammer TV if they're doing like paint guides and all that stuff over there? I don't know. I'm a bit confused, but the website, the achievements and stuff it's got on there, it seems pretty bloody decent for what I've seen of it. But again, we'll see what it's like in a few months and stuff like that and see how it really gets into things. Anyway, enough waffling. Thank you for coming. Thank you for watching. I should have ended this video a minute ago. See you in a bit. Have a good one, and bye-bye.